to the newlyweds, we have a gift for you. And we want you to open it right now. You will notice it's a clock. It's actually a really old clock. Dustin and I spent some time searching for this clock in Bisbee when we were there recently, and it had to be just the right one and have great energy. I looked at my watch the exact moment that Dustin announced to you, husband and wife, and I set the clock for that time. It was 3:26, and that time will never change on that clock. That clock represents a moment in time. Anytime you both feel frustrated, confused, overwhelmed, sad, happy, reminiscing on the good times, or anywhere in between, we want you to have that clock somewhere where you can stop and look at it and remember how you felt the exact moment that you became partners in this life. Let it ground you and remind you that you are in this for the long haul together.
There's something about when you just know, and the searching stops because you finally found home. So may I hold your hand for the rest of our lives, because loving you has made me realize there's no other hand I'd rather hold, no other warmth to chase away my cold, no other life I'd rather share, no other home unless you're there.
Hi, baby.
What's the matter?
You're so beautiful.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We're gathered here today to celebrate the union of Austin and Katie. To the families, each of us has played an important part in helping Austin and Katie along the path that has led to this joyful occasion. Whether that has been through being a guiding parent, loving grandparent, supportive sibling, or one of the many other important roles, our influences touch their individual journeys, and we celebrate with them today as they now join their lives together as one forever. I ask that you pledge your continued love and support for Austin and Katie as they enter this marriage. Let us now advise, console, and nurture them together as a family.
It's been almost 7 years since our first conversation, since Karina introduced us and we exchanged phone numbers for the first time. Since living for 3 hours from each other, so weekends were dedicated to visiting each other in those early stages of getting to know one another. I still remember the butterflies I would get in anticipation of seeing you after what I felt like so much time had passed. It feels like yesterday, but also a lifetime ago, because why I still get those same butterflies when you look at me. It's impossible to remember what life was like before you.
We had our first kid, bought our first house, and shared many memories, all before tying the knot. All of this was possible due to our foundation of love, strength, and trust that we built together. I stand before you today in a traditional manner to finally just... can't even read, I can't see through my tears. To finally cement the unity of our family, and with this unity comes promise and commitment. I, Austin Beezer Johnson, promise to love you every day. It's like it's the first day that I ever loved you.
We knew right from the get-go that we would end up here. That definitely scared me at first, which is why I turned you down the first 2 times you asked me to be your girlfriend. But you were patient, and I let you take the lead when we became official. But we were about a month into knowing each other when we had our first conversation about marriage. It might have been in a joking, half-hearted way, but we both felt like there was something real in that conversation. Before we had even moved in together, we had already talked about who was going to be standing up with us on our wedding day and what month we were going to want to do it in. And now here we are with all of those dreams and planning coming to fruition. You have been nothing but steadfast in our love and our relationship. You have always been my rock. You ground me and calm me in a way that no one else has ever been able to. On paper, we might not make sense, you being an introverted homebody and me being an obnoxiously busy and social person. Not everyone has always understood us, but in a world where differences are used as a way to pit us against each other, we have only used ours as a strength and to create so much love. Our differences challenge us, make us stronger, and help us grow together. I love you so much, and I love you more every day. I'm so proud to call you my partner, father of our children, and now finally my husband.
By the power vested in me by the state of Illinois and through the witnesses of all here present, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Austin, you may kiss the bride.
And sometimes there'll be those kinds of days like Mama said, and days when all the world will envy what we have. But I promise you that through thick and thin, through the good and bad, I'll be right by your side. There's no other hand I'd rather hold, no other warmth to chase away my cold, no other life I'd rather share.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Mr. and Mrs. Beach
No other home unless you're there.
Katie, with the way Austin talked about you from the beginning, I knew that you were special. It was obvious. Even just with the emotion in his voice, I could tell that it was special from the very beginning. And to be able to call you my sister is definitely a privilege that I really appreciate. You taking care of like my brother, and obviously you guys have a wonderful family now, and they're having a lot of fun on the dance floor already, so that's good.
And the thing that we share is that neither of us saw Katie coming, and neither of us have ever been the same since. You see this in Katie. You see how much she's gonna push you, and you answer that call. You hear her encouraging you, pushing you to more, trying this new thing, whatever it is, and you answer that. And you step up to meet her. You keep leveling up. And then, when even her passion, her fire, her spirit, hers is falling off, you turn around and you're Katie to her. And you cheer her on. And you force her to level up. And as a best friend, there's truly nothing else in this world I ever would have wanted in the partner for my best friend.
I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical at first because nobody's good enough for your best friend, right? But my feelings quickly changed watching how invested they are in one another and their passions. They put the work in and support each other's dreams so fiercely. The fact that both of them have pursued dreams that took them out of state, they've only championed each other along the way. That is something to be admired about their relationship.
So let's please be like that old couple holding hands with 50 years and more under our wedding bands. And seasons will come and go, and time will grow and change. But until my very last breath, this truth will still remain. There's no other hand I'd rather hold, no other warmth to chase away my cold, no other life I'd rather share, no other home unless you're there.
And some final words of wisdom from your moms, who both love you beyond measure. Always communicate in love with respect.
Support one another in both the joys and challenges of life, and never forget to cherish the little moments that make you love stronger each day.